Hi, my name is Richard Lander. I'm the founder of Social Viability. My message today is to encourage all Americans to boycott the presidential election. The political system in America is corrupt. It is senile. It is beyond fixing. The only viable solution at this point is to replace the system. If you keep participating in a pretend democracy, you're going to keep getting pretend leaders. And these political stooges will keep selling you out to their bosses and keep flushing all that you hold dear down the toilet. You don't live in a democracy. You live in a plutocracy, a system where the people that control the wealth rule the nation. Those with the money fund the political process through election campaign contributions and political lobbying. And make no mistake, those that fund the system own the system. The elite wealth holders don't donate money to election campaigns, they're paying for a service. The successful politicians are paid to serve the interests of the super rich. That's why politicians are masters of doublespeak, always flip-flopping and hedging. They're hiding ulterior motives. Privately, they serve their wealthy masters, while publicly trying to convince you that they serve your interests. I'm sure there are some that won't like me saying that you don't live in a democracy. If that is you, please turn off your TV. In fact, throw the damn thing in the dumpster. The big-time news media are run by the same puppet masters that own the politicians. They're trying to keep you convinced that you live in a democracy to hide their own activities. Seriously, get rid of your TV, unplug from the BS, and have a good look around. I'll let you in on a little secret that they won't tell you about on the nightly news. Your country was taken over in 1913 when the Federal Reserve Act was passed. The founding fathers of America fought for independence from the international bankers that owned the Bank of England. The international bankers won back possession of the United States when a private corporation called the Federal Reserve System was set up. These are the words of the US President that signed the Federal Reserve Act into law in 1913. I am a most unhappy man. I have unwittingly ruined my country. A great industrial nation is controlled by its system of credit. Our system of credit is concentrated. The growth of the nation, therefore, and all our activities are in the hands of a few men. We have come to be one of the worst ruled, one of the most completely controlled and dominated governments in the civilized world. No longer a government by free opinion, no longer a government by conviction and vote of the majority, but a government by the opinion and duress of a small group of dominant men. That's Woodrow Wilson, the 28th President of the United States. The superpower that was America was built in the 19th century when it was largely free of central banking and income tax. For the last 100 years or so, it has been eaten away and corrupted by these banking criminals. They rip you off by lending money to you and your businesses through their member banks and by lending money to the US government. Why would any sovereign nation let a bank lend them money that they could just print and spend? Imagine if this was your business. You could print money and lend it at interest to the people, businesses and governments of the most affluent nation on earth. How much do you think they're laughing at you for putting up with this? The money that you repay to them on your loans and mortgages wasn't even legitimately theirs to begin with. On top of that, your taxes pay this imaginary national debt that your government owes. And I won't even get into how much you are being financially raped by inflation. Suffice to say, the Federal Reserve is making billions by reducing the value of the money that's in your bank account. So by running this central banking scam on you, they're collecting the wealth. And they're using this wealth to run a plutocracy. They rule you, and you don't even know who they are, do you? Unless, of course, you're up on who controls the shareholders in the Federal Reserve System. Obama and McCain are employees of these scam artists. And if you go out and vote for either one of them on election day, you'll have no one to blame but yourself for the mess that your country gets into. And if you vote for an alternative candidate, you'll still have yourself to blame, because by voting at all, you'll have validated the power of whichever dancing monkey does wind up in the White House. And it will be McCain or Obama. You know it and I know it. And if you just stop listening to these grinning idiots on TV and take a good hard look for yourself, you'd see that they're in on this scam that's being pulled on you. However, if you don't vote at all, you'll be voicing a very clear protest. If a very small minority turned out to vote on election day, the winner would have no legitimate claim to power. I created Social Viability to offer an alternative currency, economic system and social policy to use in place of the existing banking and political systems. Please visit socialviability.com. I have links posted there that you can use to find out more about how your society really works, and my book, Social Viability, Founding Policy, can be purchased through that site. It outlines the systems that we can use to build a new society as the current systems come undone, and they are coming undone. So please visit socialviability.com and please boycott the election on November 4th. Thank you.